Hey guys! Are you guys ready to see how I made myself into that doll that you saw me wearing the other night? That one was pretty fun. So I decided to come show you guys just how I did it. Had several people asking for this specifically. So here goes nothing. Hey mom, you ready to see this transformation? I hope to send a picture to my brother and freak him out because that would be hilarious. Okay, let's get started because this is going to take a while. Potentially. I think I kind of corrected my mistakes from the other night. So I'm starting with a light, almost white foundation. And I'm going to use quite a bit of it because my skin is not this light, contrary to popular belief. It's just not. Hey, Rachel. So, a very white foundation, white face is where we start. And I'm just applying that like any normal foundation. Can you use like Halloween face paint if you don't have a white foundation? Absolutely. The process is going to be a little differently if you're going to use a white paint than it would be, hey Randy, to use a white foundation, but results should be similar at best. This foundation does, this pale white color on me, because I'm very dry right now, is not blending lovely tonight. I am desperately working on my skin. Hey guys, say hi when you jump on. I'm so excited to show you guys this. I know a lot of you have been asking for it. Hey Kelly, hey Alexis. I think I said hey Randy. It doesn't show me everyone that pops on. I don't know why Facebook does that. Laying the base color, which is very clearly very white. Don't forget your ears. That's part of, you don't want to have normal colored ears and a normal colored neck. When you're doing this. Okay, so I need a little bit more foundation. Pull that up. And let's just get this forehead. And I'm laying it on pretty heavily because I want really good coverage. I don't want to be able to see my normal skin tone underneath it. Even though, like, can you see I put oil on before, and it's not really, I didn't wait long enough apparently. So I'm going to go and kind of just buff this out with a dry blenderful. Like I need to get up in there. I'm going to get it on my fingers and just get up in there. Covering everything. I don't want to see any pink or flesh tone ever. Did you know, here's a fun fact. Did you know that literally the foundation I'm using right now is or was developed to use on, what is it? What is her name? Y'all are going to butcher me because you do it every year. When I say I've never seen Star Wars. But I've never seen Star Wars. What is it? Queen Amidala in Star Wars. This particular foundation color was specifically developed for that movie set. Isn't that cool? You can't get it anywhere but here. I thought that was pretty neat. Wow, we went from 10 to 4. Real quick like. Okay, let's get further down. And when I'm done with the makeup, I'll go ahead and pull my hair down, so it really looks more doll-like I did the other night. Okay, I think I'm pretty well covered. Wouldn't you say? I got this one piece of hair that fell out of my... It's driving me insane. I'll tuck it somewhere. All this hair, I don't know what to do with it when I put it up anymore. It's really strange. Because it's so thick. I don't have anywhere to put it. Okay, first things first, we got to do something with my brows because I look creepy at the moment. So let's just throw some quick brow gel on my brows. Because the brows are going to be pretty normal. Just a little bit accentuated. More than normal. Just kind of paint those on there. That's good enough. For now, anyway. I want to do the eye look first. That way I can clean up any mess that I may make. And I am using a couple of different colors. And the inspiration picture that I took this from, the doll had somewhat of a black eye look. Dark, smoky eye look. So that's what I'm doing. Where is the brush that I want? Right here. I'm just going to use an angled shadow brush. And I'm going to go into my black. And I'm just picking up a tiny bit. And I'm going to put that right in my crease. Just pat it in the crease. And I'm going to go all the way over with it. Just lightly right now. I definitely want it darker on the outside than I do on the inside, but I do want some of that color on the inside. Same thing on the other eye. So this is just sort of normal. Okay. And where am I going? I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I didn't even mean to put that away. Yes, I did. Sorry. Then I'm going to get a blending brush and I'm just going to blend that up and out. This eye is going to be super simple. It's not going to take a lot of work and I'm not going to take a lot of time on it. Right now I'm just getting the shadows in place, sort of, for the eye. Windshield wiper motions back and forth. Clean up the outside. This is why I didn't set anything, because I'm using black. So I want to be able to go up underneath and on top and right here in the nose part and be able to clean that up before I finish. Hey, Sandy. Okay. Now that's not quite deep enough dark for me, because what really is. So I'm going to go into actually a different black and just go right into the crease right on the outside, just like I normally would. And I'm going to draw that V. Just like I normally would. There. And then I'm going to blend that out also. Blending is your friend. I don't know how many times I have to say that. How many times do I have to say that? cleaning my brush in between. Like this black really pops against this white foundation. It kind of makes me almost look dead, which is not a pleasant thought. Nor is it the goal. Hey, Angela. Okay. I'm okay with bringing it a little bit down here. Just a little bit. Smoke it out just a tiny bit. I'm going to take just a regular brush and I'm going to go into my white. Actually, let's do a little bit shimmery color. Just a basic white shimmery shade. This is our number 1. Okay, something on the lid, a little bit shiny to draw attention to the eyeballs. Not that they're not going to bring their own attention, but you know. Okay, for now we're done with shadow. We're going to come back to that in a minute. Let's do some eyeliner. I am taking my gel pencil and I want it really sharp. And I'm using a pencil because it works better for me. If you have a liquid that you love, use that by all means. I like to use a separate mirror if I can. And that's not going to exactly be possible right now. So we're just going to line as close to the lash line as we can. If you have wrinkly lids like I do, this is a good trick to get as smooth as a line as you can. I blinked twice. Hurry, fix it before it dries. There. I fixed it. Now we're going to do this same. See, this is, I should have done eyes way before I did foundation. But that's okay. It can all be fixed. I'm going to go in and tightline the bottom. I mean, that's not the bottom, that's the top. Y'all, now I don't even know my top from my bottom. And then I'm going to go tightline the bottom. All the way to the outside, all the way to the inside. All the way. I'm going to hold that and let it dry a little bit. And then I'm going to bring that right over my lash line. And I'm going to do this part in pieces because this eyeliner dries within about 15 seconds. So you need to get it where you want it, because once it's dry and it's not moving. Trust me on that. So we need to do a little part and then kind of blend out. So we're just covering up the lash line completely on the bottom. We don't want to see it at all. And yes, it's making this bottom lash line look very heavy. So it's making the eyes droop a little bit. Our goal is to make the eyes look more rounded and not sleek and long. That's why we're doing this. So I'm going to actually come out here on the outside and make this a little bit thicker. And I want it to meet this corner a little bit. But I don't want to bring it to a point outside of that. Hey, Jacqueline. All right. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Start on the top. Keep it as close to the lash line as you can. Shorter strokes. Don't try to draw the whole line all at once because you're going to make a big fat mess. If you feel a need to blink, blink. It's really hard to talk and concentrate at the same time. Can you tell because I get really quiet? Whew. Eyeliner gives me anxiety. Lordy have mercy. Let's do that top waterline, or what they call tight line. And then we'll do the bottom waterline. Probably should have sharpened before I moved to this side. I'm going to hold that a little bit and let it dry. Whew. I'm going to smooth out those wrinkle creases. And then we're going to come, just like we did on the other side, right over the lash line in pieces and just kind of smudge that out a little bit. Make sure we're getting the same thickness on both sides. You don't want one to look heavier than the other. You want them to look the same. Hi, Court. Okay. Smudge this out and cover that bottom lash line completely. I need more sharpening. This gel pencil is no freaking joke, you guys. I love it. Okay. Might need a little bit of touch up here. Add a tiny bit of thickness to it, especially right there on the outside. Make sure that my corners meet, but that I aren't making a point. Good enough for me. Okay. Eyeliner done. I need to touch up a little bit of foundation under here that I've touched my face and removed it. That's the name of the game, and that's okay because it can be all fixed. Ta-da! All fixed up. How creepy does that look so far? Creepy. To me, anyway. If you wanted to, you could go back over that with your black eyeshadow and actually enhance that line and set it a little bit more. For purposes of tonight, I'm not going to. If I were doing this for Halloween for myself, I would absolutely go back over that with a black powdered shadow, and just set that a little bit more. I'm going to put lashes on later, so you're not going to be able to see it. Okay, let's contour. Who's ready for this part? This is my favorite part when I start contouring. And I'm going to do things differently than you think I'm going to do them. You're going to think, what the heck is happening right now? I'm going to contour with gray first. I'm going to draw my line with a gray. And this is like a probably more of a blue gray. Thunder. Lovely. We're going to contour just like normal. I feel like there's a little bit of foundation missing from right here. So I must have touched a little extra right there. Okay, we're going to do just like we normally, actually, I think I'm going to start in here. So we're going to have to go back and forth a lot. And I have my elbow on the table stabilizing me. I'm doing a sharp line. Okay, Jack, go do what you got to do, sister. Oh, that's exciting that your grandkids are watching. Okay, notice that I did the smile, and then that's where I got my line. Because I'm going right under the apple of my cheek, and then I'm just going to continue that over. And notice I moved my head and not my hand. It's really thundering. I didn't even realize that it was supposed to rain today. Had no idea that was going to happen. Okay, so there's my contour line. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Start right at the crease of the nose. And I want to make sure that my lines are pretty close to the same down here. Looks pretty good so far. I'm using a pretty sharp pencil. I'm actually using a brow. This is a brow pencil. So that's my line. What we're going to do next, I'm going to do all of my lines first. That way my lines are sharp. Oh, that's exciting. I hope it's not too creepy for them. You have boys, they'll be fine. And if you screw up, it's just foundation. It's not set. Don't worry about it. Just fix it. That line is way too thick for what I'm trying to do. Okay. And then we're going to connect these right almost under the chin. There we go. Okay, there's my lines. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my towel. I'm cleaning off my brush, and I'm just going to drag this down. Like just a very, oh, that's funny. Oh, Tegan claps all the time now. I'm so excited that I taught her how to do that. Auntie B is the bestie. Okay. I got to intensify this line just a little bit right here. And then we're going to keep dragging it down. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is get a shadow brush and just kind of very, very lightly blend it out. But don't blend up, blend down. Like push the shadow down. But you want to kind of keep that line somewhat sharp. We're just blending it out. Does that make sense? We're lessening the intensity of it. That is the cutest, Courtney. She is the cutest. Okay, so now we've blended out. I'm going to do the same thing here, just slightly. Like I said, I still want to see that sharp line. See, I blended that one almost away, so I'm going to have to go back and add to it. Straight line is the key here, which clearly is somewhat difficult for me to do apparently tonight on this side. Okay. Blend this line out all the way across. And we're bringing that line out this way, not inside here. And just so you guys know, I should totally be packing, and I'm not. I'm here doing this instead. So you should feel lucky that I chose to do this instead of pack. I don't know what I'm going to wear all weekend if I don't pack at some point soon. I'll figure it out. Okay, so now we have our guidelines. And now I'm going to take a fluffier kind of almost, it's a pretty dense brush that's domed a little bit. So it's kind of rounded at the top. And I'm going to go into a neutral color of brown. Yes, everything I'm using is Lime Life, Rachel. And I'm going to just go right over that line, but slightly underneath it. So I'm just creating a different shade of shadow. Does that make sense? So I'm staying on the line, but I'm also going right underneath it. So see what that does? It's a different shade, but it's creating the same shadow. It's enhancing the shadow. Let's put it that way. It's enhancing the shadow. And I do this with my contour and my regular makeup. I don't use gray because you don't use gray on your face unless it's Halloween. Let's be real. But I do use two different shades of contour. I'll use one deep shade, and then I'll go right underneath that, typically with a little bit lighter shade of neutral, just to sort of enhance the shadow. But in this instance, gray is in order. What kinds of things do you guys want to see this year? Do you, here's a good question. Who watched last year and who wants anything repeated? Is there anything that you saw me do last year or that you've seen someone else do that you want to see if I can do it? I have some pretty fun things planned for you guys for Halloween so far. This is my favorite time of year because I get to be silly. Hey, Erin. And just kind of play with makeup in a completely different way than I would normally get to play with makeup every day anyway. Okay, look at the difference in how it makes my cheekbones pop. And all I did, like I'm not smiling or anything, and you can totally see them. I just want to blend these colors together so they kind of look like one color instead of gray and neutral. So that's just the goal. I'm just kind of going over everything, but I'm really carefully doing this to keep that very sharp line that we drew. That's important for this particular look, that we want to keep that very sharp line. And then to enhance the cheekbones even more, we're going to do a little bit of highlighting. So I will do the same thing here, come to the outside of the line and just kind of blend these two together. And I'm bringing that out so that the shadow gets a little bit lighter as it comes away from the line, because that creates depth, or a sense of depth. This is my logic anyway to this, you guys. I don't know if this is actually correct. Obviously, I am not a makeup artist. Well, I'm not this kind of makeup artist. I'm just giving you my take on how I'm creating these. So that maybe you can attempt to create it also. So I'm using like the sides of the brush as well as the tip of the brush, because the side of the brush doesn't have as much, doesn't have any product on it. So the side of the brush is actually going to help you blend a little bit better. I don't hear any rain, but I hear lots of thunder. Is anybody else in my area, and are you getting rain? What is happening? I don't quite understand. So when you're doing a corner like this is what I do. I just do it kind of like you would color in a coloring book. I'm just kind of shading around it in a rounded motion. Like, does that make sense? I'm kind of making like starbursts almost around it. And I feel like that line got a little bit less sharp. And kind of, it's pouring. That's weird. Okay. There we go. It's coming together. Okay, now I'm going to contour my nose, and I'm going to, instead of using the gray, I'm just going to go in with a neutral color, and I'm going to start here. And this is contoured from the lashes. Lord have mercy. From the brows right onto the nose. So we're going like this, right onto the top of the nose, all the way up to the brows. Can you see that? So from the brow all the way to the top of the nose and down. I had no idea that we were supposed to get rain today. Okay, now I'm going to switch back to my sharper brush, and I'm going to just do like a little point right here. And then I'm going to take that to the tip, right there. And then I'm going to, do you see that funky little shape? And then I'm just going to blend that out. See how that changed the shape of my nose? That's crazy. If that brings a cold front, I might cry. Totally changed the shape of my nose. Isn't that amazing? That just a little bit of correctly placed product makes that big of a difference. It blows my mind every time I do it, literally. I got a little carried away. I need a different brush. My eraser. There we go. Fixed it. Okay. What's next? I need some lips. And I do not have, yes I do. Yes I do. I just got lip liners in the mail today. let's find red, because I ordered a red one because I knew I was going to be doing stuff for Halloween. Ta-da! Brand new. Just took it out of the box. Here we go. I'm going to line. And I'm going to way overline. And we're going to start. I don't want to go outside this line here. These two lines. I want to keep everything inside those little lines. Okay. Do you see how much I overlined? And I may actually go and do more. Now I'm going to close and do the top. And I'm overlining the top as well. He had no idea where I was going with that red lip, right? Okay, I have these lines coming straight from between my nostril and my lip that I like to kind of use as a guideline for this. This is what I did the other night. So I'm going to the point there. And then I'm just going to connect it. And there's my lips. Kind of freaky. I'm going to go ahead and fill this in a little. Y'all, what if my lips were really this big? Could you take me seriously? I don't know that I could take myself seriously. That one got a little outside the line. But we're going to go with it. We're not looking for absolute perfection here, people. It's for Halloween. Who really cares, right? Nope, wrong color red. Now I'm going to take, here's my red. Now I'm going to do this part with a lip brush because I need to be able to stay in those lines, and I'm not going to be good at it if I don't. So now I'm just going to fill in. Hey Maria, hey Ann. These lips crack me up. This is why they say don't overline your lips, because you look ridiculous. There we go. Some serious red lips for you. That curve right there gets me. It's so weird. So weird. It's so weird to see my cheeks kind of carved out like that. I think I'm going to go back with my sharp line. And I'm going to go back with, not my sharp line, but yes, with a sharp line. I'm going to go back and just enhance that sharp line just a little bit more with my neutral brown color. It does look like a creepy doll. That's the point. At least he's getting it. Here comes the husband to check it out. Sneak around the corner. He's shaking his head at me. He should know by now that I'm a little cuckoo. That's good. If a 4-year-old knows what I'm doing, then I'm doing the right thing. If a 4-year-old said I was crazy, let's face it, I'm crazy. Because when kids say it, it's true. Right? Soften it slightly. Okay, I am happier with that, with a sharper line like that. Okay, now we have to do some rosy cheeks. I can't get over these lippies. Every time I look at them, they look ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Let me see what I have in here. That is not the shade of blush that I am looking for. Where is my Slam? I'm not even sure. Well, let me see if I have a shadow that will mimic that. I used lipstick the other day to do it, which you could do. But with the dryness in my skin right now, it's not going to look lovely. I would prefer to use a powder. I just need to find the one I'm looking for. I'm actually going to go into this palette. This is my Viseart palette. I'm going to take this brush. It's kind of, do you see how angled it is? It's flat on this side. So it gets right in here, or right where I want it to. And I'm going to pull out this red, and I'm going to go between these two colors to kind of pink it up a little bit. There's the palette. This is the Viseart color palette. Okay, I went back and forth between those. And I took that a little bit lower than I wanted to, so we're going to have to clean that up with some contour. But that's totally okay. I want to actually bring this up a little higher towards my eye. Randy, I don't know how much I paid for that, honestly. I bought it at the makeup show when I went in March. So they give you a different price at the makeup show. I don't know how much it would be. Look on the look at alconeco.com and you can find it on there. They have it. And you get a discount from there. Okay, so now I'm going to go into my regular just concealer that I normally use. I'm going to take my handy dandy concealer brush, aka my eraser brush. And we're just going to see if we can't fix that. Because it got a little little bit lower than I really wanted it to. Okay. Now I'm going to take a flatter brush. You see how flat that is? And I'm going to go into, actually, where is my foundation? I'm going to do a little bit of foundation under that first. Probably going to have to and just kind of reshaping this to make it look like a circle. Okay, and I'm going to have to go in and touch up. What did I just do with that palette? Here we go. I gotta go in and touch up this line a little bit. There we go. I'm gonna do the same thing over here with a little bit of the foundation. Just kind of touch up the shape. And I have a mole right there that's kind of causing some problems. This is where you have to be pretty careful. And I should have contoured before I put the rosy cheeks on, but I forgot. You guys let me forget. Yeah, like it's your fault, right? Okay, back to the Zero concealer. And we're just gonna highlight right above this line. To make it pop a little extra. See how that makes it pop just a little bit more? Where you highlight, it makes things look puffier. Does that make sense? Is that really, like, does that help you realize what I'm trying to say? So it's going to bring it forward and to the light. So it's darker here, but lighter here. And that's what you see first. And it looks like it gives you the illusion that it's standing out up more. So you want to do that everywhere you want to stand out and look bigger. Just like that. You gotta be really careful around that little line. I'm gonna have to go back and enhance that one a little bit. I hear football in the other room. It is Thursday night, right? Totally forgot. So we're gonna do the same thing around this line. Just making the inside, one side of the line lighter than the other side of the line, where your shadow is, makes it seem detached. crazy, right? My phone keeps yelling at me that I have a software update. I wonder if it realizes by now that I don't care about my software update. We're going to go right here and make these brow bones pop out by just adding some highlight there. Kind of carve those brows right on out. Even though we haven't drawn them on yet, that's okay. Because we're getting there. That's actually next. I need to draw my 3 little dots, which I can't find my black eyeliner again. That is not eyeliner, but I am going to need that in a minute, so I might as well leave it there. There we go. So now I'm going to do my 3 little dots for my freckles. And I just used legit just an eyeliner. Super easy. Now let's do some serious brows. This brow pencil is the bomb. Excuse me. Like it's taking off my foundation a little bit because there's foundation on the hairs of my brows. So it's getting on, like, do you see that? Brow 1. Now let's see if we can replicate it on the other side. There's something tickling my throat. I must be too slow because a lot of people left. That's okie dokie with me. I'm going to finish. We're almost done. I can never do the left brow the same way I do the right one. I bet y'all have that problem too, where you can't do one brow, always looks completely different than the other one. The unicorn and the donkey. We're going to just go with it. I mean, after all, this is just a Halloween look. I'm not going for perfection. Yeah, I think everybody's brow struggle is real. I have seen several people in public this week. Have you seen this? Where they draw like a straight line up, one line over, and then one line over and connect the rest of their brow. And that they don't fill it in. They just leave it like that. I'm like, what? I need to tackle you and fix that. I don't even remember where I saw that. But it's so incredibly distracting. Makes me crazy. Crazy, I say. It makes me crazy. Okay. Guess what time it is? Yes, I am crazy. Which is why I look... Don't wipe your nose when you have... When you're not supposed to. That was not effective. Sorry, my nose itched. I had to. Okay, let me set this so that I can touch it and it stops going away. Okay. Now we can do some brows. And I mean, lashes. Now we can do some lashes. Don't ask me what these lashes are. I have no idea. Couldn't tell you. Don't ask me. I don't know where they came from. I don't know how long they've been here. Don't know what brand they are. Couldn't tell you. Don't know. Don't ask. I'm using this stuff. I don't love it. But I keep using it because it's right here. Handy, so I can't stop using it. And it doesn't make a huge mess, but I won't wear it or use it long term. Like if I'm going to wear lashes all day, I'm not using this. Just FYI. See? Made a mess. Had to pull it all off. Let's start over. There's a big glob of glue right there in the middle. Now it's going to stick to my fingers because I have glue on my fingers. This is why I don't do strip lashes, people. This is why. This is only the second time I have ever done second time I've done strip lashes this year. Literally. I've been doing those individual group lashes of 3, individuals of 3. And I absolutely adore them. Literally. They're the bomb diggity. I am over strip lashes. I probably will still wear them. I don't remember which eye this goes on. This one. I'm going to need an extra mirror for this, probably. These lashes are so long. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I'm stuck. And I'm stuck again. Okay. That is not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. But it's on there. Good thing I'm not wearing them all day because I think some of them are actually attached to my actual lashes instead of my skin. And that would drive me nutso all day. But for effect, you get it. Again, I'm not going for perfection here. I can't talk. I'm not going for perfection here. We are just doing this for Halloween. And for fun. I need an extra mirror. And it just dawned on me that I did not let that dry at all. I just threw it on. So that wasn't smart. I'm so used to my glue sitting and me being able to dip into the glue and it taking some of the wasted time letting lashes dry away. I just realized that y'all can't see anything because I have my big fat mirror in the way. My tweezers keep getting stuck because this glue gets all over these lashes. Which is another reason why I don't like to use it. Okay, that placement is 10 times better. Okay, lashes are on. Brows are done. Everything is pretty much done. Now, you can totally come back and do a little touch up here. You can take a bronzer or the same color that you used to do your contour here. I'll just dip into that and just kind of contour your neck a little bit. Just to kind of give you a little bit of structure there. Come up on your cheekbones. I mean, your cheekbones. These are your cheekbones. Wow, you guys. It's time for me to go to bed. I can't even talk. I don't even know my anatomy anymore. Collarbones. Your collarbones. Lordy, lordy, Lou. Put your hair all in front of your face. And now you're a doll. What do you guys think? Did I make it easy enough for y'all? I have no idea how long it took me to do that. An hour. That was too long. I apologize. I will try to make these faster. I do not want you guys sitting on here forever. And I don't want to be on here forever every night. Not every night. Twice a week? Yeah, I think twice a week will work. So this is it, you guys. I hope you learned a little something, if even just about contouring and highlighting and having fun. Go have fun for Halloween. Have fun all month long. Why not? See you guys later. I'll be doing another one probably next week. So thanks, Randy. If you have any suggestions, by all means, please tell me. I am open to any suggestions that you have. Send me a message and a picture of inspiration, and I will get on it for you. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon. Bye.